You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Okay, I have something to admit. Mr. Positivity, Mr. Motivation to Move, Mr. Daily Boost host guy. I was sitting in my car the other day. I was trying to get out of a parking lot, and I had my wife on the phone, and I was, Well, let me just say that I had to call her back and apologize for my crappy behavior. I did. It was not nice, and I knew it while it was happening, and I could not shut my damn mouth. It happens, right? Okay, we'll get to that. Oh, hang on. It is a daily boost from motivationmove.com, the positive boost you need every single day, because everybody needs it, because I don't care who you are, how happy you are. Usually the better things are going on in life, the more challenges you're going to have, but that's just how things are. It happens every day since 2006. 19 years now. I've been doing the Daily Boost podcast, episode 5,000. Where are we now? And 70 right now. I just got back from the Podcast Movement Convention. And I always love to go to that convention and kind of walk around, one of 1% of gray hairs in the entire building up against a bunch of 35-year-olds. But it's always interesting because when I find them, they how long have you been doing your podcast? I said, I got a few episodes. I finally tell them, 19 years, 5,000 plus episodes, and they're like blown away by it. But I had one particular kid, just in case you know this, there's a podcast player out there called player.fm. And it's pretty cool. I use it. And he said, well, let me see if you're on our system. And I'm thinking, I've been doing this 19 years, probably there. 600,000 followers there, almost the same amount on Spotify. He said, you're like top 5% here. Thank you for that, by the way. Thanks for allowing me to do what I do and have a little bit of success with it anyway. Been a good thing. So yeah, anyway, I have said some bad words to my wife. I've said them before. I have. Yes, I have. Sometimes. Have you caught yourself doing that? Saying something you just swore you would never do, and why did I say that? You were triggered is what happened. You were just triggered. It can be really frustrating. When you set the rules and you don't follow them, I don't say that, I don't act like that, but it happens. Sometimes you put your foot in your mouth. Sometimes you put some feet in your mouth, but usually I put my foot in my mouth, sometimes at the same time. In any case, your emotional habits are triggering your actions, usually before you can do anything about it. That's what happens. I was sitting there and I was coming back from my trip. I got sick in Chicago and I was trying to get home. It was just a really long day. And I finally get to the parking area and I'm coming out and I couldn't find it on my app. and I couldn't find the piece of paper my wife sent to me, and I checked my email, and I couldn't find the email with the QR code on it. I couldn't get the gate open, and the guys inside were not going to come help me. I was just sitting there, and I didn't even know what to do with it. You got to understand, I've been sick for 3 days. I was barely getting myself home. I was within an hour of being home. I had it. I had nothing left in me. This is when you're glad your wife loves you, because man, I almost didn't know what to do. So I called my wife and said, help. I said lots of words. She goes, well, I have an idea. Why don't I just send you the email again? Well, okay. Just send it. There it is. Did you get it? Yep. Hang on. Oh, the gate's opening. Have a safe drive, honey. I'll see you. Happens, doesn't it? It just happens. We're humans. Of course, I get home. She said, you'll never tell that story on your podcast, Mr. Positive. Got her. We're humans, right? We're not designed to squash our emotional reactions. We're not designed to. Your emotions give you really important information about what's happening internally, externally, all around you. They're kind of like a personal alarm system, aren't they? When we understand our emotions, they're clearly rooted, as they say. We feel at ease with them, at least more justified in having them, I guess. But occasionally, a lot for some people, you're going to find yourself having an emotional reaction that doesn't feel aligned with what's actually happening. That's what's called a trigger. Now, a trigger can pop up at any time. What should you do about them? Well, we're going to talk about that here in just a second, but what is a trigger? Well, actually, when you look at it, it's probably something that happened in the past. It's probably something that lodged down inside of you. It's probably a feeling you had way in the past, something emotionally got inside of you, and you're over it. You're living life just fine, and suddenly you're right back in the moment. That is a trigger. It can happen with relationships. It can happen with your job. It can happen with food. It can happen with all kinds of things. And again, it's a good thing. We are emotional creatures. Understand that. You logical beasts out there that think you're all logic. No, you're not. How do I know you're not all logical? Because if you're a logical person trying to logically explain something to me, I can get you mad. And because I can get you mad, challenging your logic, I know you're emotional. Boom. I win. I'm going to get an email on that one. You need these triggers to fire. They're protecting you, but you need to control them as well. So if you get that way, if you got like I did, and I honestly, it was just literally the words come out of my mouth to my wife. And I was actually saying bad words and saying, I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk like this. I'm just tired. I'm trying to get home, saying, lots of bad words. The guys inside probably had the intercom on. They could probably hear me with my bad words. I'm good at bad words. My dad was a sailor. He taught me well. So what do you do?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hi, this is Zoe Deutsch.
And Nick Robinson. Our brand new movie, Voicemails for Isabel, is all about those little moments that feel like the universe is looking out.
Feeling homesick, then your sister calls.
Hearing that perfect song exactly when you need it. Sometimes life rigs things in our favor, like learning about your new favorite rom-com, Voicemails for Isabel. Now playing only on Netflix.
What do you do? How do you control these triggers that get to you? I'm not sure you can control all of them. I'm not even sure you have to or you should. But if it's bothering you, if it's causing problem and angst in your life, if it's not an occasional thing, you've been sick for a few days and you kind of lost it because you're tired and don't feel good, okay. But if you're doing it and it's messing up your life, you need to stop. So how do you do that? How do you control those triggers? Well, controlling behaviors that have been on autopilot for a lot of years is going to take some work. So I'm going to break it down to the easiest way I've ever learned to do this. And you know this as well. And I got to say, this is going to be the discipline word. You're going to have to apply a little discipline here. And you're not going to want to because you are the boss of you. And as soon as you decide to say no to yourself, you're going to say, but I'm the boss of me. I can say yes. Boom, trigger. So catching yourself after the trigger happens, noticing your mistake, and promising to catch it sooner next time is the first step. So if you're doing something that you get triggered, you lose your mind, something happens, and you begin to notice it, it means it bothers you, right? It means you don't want to be doing it anymore, but you're doing it anyway. So you catch it. You say, well, okay, I darn it, better say I'm sorry like I did to my wife. That's the first thing. You're becoming aware that you have an emotional trigger that's firing that's not serving you, so you catch it, okay? Now what happens next? Well, when it fires up again, and it's going to fire up again, who knows when it's going to be. It could be, by the way, you're overeating. It could be a trigger that every time you walk past the pizza place, you stop and buy something, right? The next step after catching it the first time is to catch yourself while you're being triggered. Get control as soon as you can. You're getting better at this. What that means is, let's go back to the pizza metaphor, is every single time you walk past a pizza place 18 times a day because you live in New York City or Chicago, you buy a slice of pizza and you're getting fat. Bad metaphor, but you get the point, right? Every single time it happens, you stop what you're doing, put the pizza down, and walk out. That's hard to do, isn't it? When you're right in the middle of something you are emotionally sucked into, it is hard to walk away, isn't it? It's like yelling at your wife. I know I don't want to do it. It doesn't feel good to do it, but I can't stop. Same thing. So we catch it after the fact. Then we catch it during, and then after the fact first. And then while we're doing it, instead of letting it finish, we just walk away from it. That's going to be hard to do, okay? And finally, if you've gotten that far in it, and it's the same thing again and again and again, what do you do then? Well, you will eventually begin to catch yourself before the trigger happens, and you can avoid it altogether. Your life is now under control. So instead of trying to avoid it altogether, just accept the fact that you're probably going to do it again. You're probably going to say, why the hell did I do that? That's stupid. It's not serving me in any possible way. And the next time you're going to say, why am I doing this? And you say, I'm not. I'm going to stop. You're going to walk away. And eventually it'll be like, I just don't do that. Apply this to lots of things. Drinking, drugs, addiction, all kinds of things. It's the same deal. Not exactly the same. I get it, but there's some other things at play there. But still, fundamentally, a lot of it is emotional triggers in our life that cause a lot of trouble in our life. So if you're having trouble, if you're being triggered, now you know a very simple way to do it. But do you have the discipline to be able to catch yourself and do these 3 simple steps? Recognize you did it. Recognize you're doing it. Recognize you didn't do it. It's kind of, I should have said that to begin with. That was so much better. It really was. It took me a whole podcast to figure out how to say this stuff to you. Welcome to Scott's World. All right. I get that Daily Boost newsletter going next week. Now I'm committed. I've announced it on the podcast. Now I got to do it, right? You're going to say, what happened to the newsletter? It's coming. It's coming. Okay. dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook where you'll find me. Everything else that I do, you can go to motivation2move.com, contact me there, get involved in my coaching groups, take some private coaching with me, some business consulting, all the stuff I do every day. Go there. You'll find that. But for now, what I want you to do is I want you to get out there and have a great weekend. Binge me a little bit. That might be fun. And I'll see you Monday right here on the Daily Boost.